Podcast, podcast with Cass and Dom, and Mike Butler. The push. What's going on, everybody?
We're getting pretty good at that. I don't care what people say.
We're not bad. It's the two-a-days, man. The two-a-days in the heat, they've been helping. But welcome, as soon as I say that, I drop my secret light. That little circle light that everybody has, all the podcasters. Anyway,
one that I got one. Do you not see it in my glasses all the time when we're talking?
Welcome, Mike, to the push. This is, I believe, your inaugural episode, and I can't go 5 to 10 minutes without screwing something up, either on the set or who we're interviewing. So it's great, but we're not here to interview today. So you're just here to ride the coattails and ride the cape of the Hefe, like I am, because Hefe, you got some big news that you've already dropped that we're going to get into. We'll also discuss the SmackDown and Rampage shows that we just watched over the past few hours. But first and foremost, Mikey, what's going on with you, brother? Hello and welcome. How was your night?
It was eventful. I thought I was gonna miss like all of SmackDown, but thankfully I didn't, and I was able to catch Rampage. So despite it being eventful, I was able to catch up on everything. So I'm a happy man.
Very nice, very nice. So what did you miss as far? Well, I guess what did you miss? What did you know what you missed? When did you start watching SmackDown tonight? When did you jump in?
Honestly, I had to clean up after my daughter after she went to bed. I actually probably started maybe 9 o'clock. I'd say roughly.
Okay.
So I had notes in that opening match, so I was able to skim through most of that women's tag match. But aside from that, I caught most of the show.
Well, let me catch you up on what you missed. Smart ass Becky is back. She denied Bianca Belair an automatic title rematch and just snubbed her, but Bianca won a elimination fatal 4-way to gain that spot anyway. Love Carmella, but she's just fodder at this point. But here's something, and your co-host, my ex co-host, Mr. Topher McCann alluded to this earlier on your Jabroni's podcast Twitter account. NXT Dynamite? Apparently that's a thing now. If you saw the commercials or the
You got something to say about Wale? You're not a Wale fan?
Yeah, so what's up with that? Obviously I love Wale,
did
but
them beats. Do you not notice that was music was Wale?
Yeah, I got that, but I like it even says like Wale in the corner.
He shared the shit, but whatever. That's all I know is Wale they're redoing CWC, man. They're redoing NXT's look. That's why they did the tapings this week and did like 3 weeks of tapings, is because they're gonna have 3 weeks to redesign the CWC, the whole look, feel of the whole show, and everything's going through a change, like I guess visually and I guess production wise. So they got new music. It's colorful. It's all hip and hype. So that's what I got from it. But that's part of why they were doing the tapings this week. So when they debut again live, they'll have that new look.
I get it. And look, it's a cool look. It's definitely a cool look. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, little on the nose, don't you think?
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're not going to hear this. SmackDown's not what we're talking about tonight. Let's talk about Dynamite.
Hold on. There's more important things here than anything else on any of our lives. Baron Corbin is back on top. The man is back in the money. All right. He hit it big. He's basically just recycling Cameron Grimes, or Grimy, as he liked to be called.
That's
recycling
what his call him. Yeah. Right.
Recycling his gimmick, but I like it, to be honest with you. I don't care that it's recycled. I get it. I dig it. You know what? But I don't know. I think I know Toph's going to be happy about that. Mikey, what do you think about that?
I love it. It's a rags to riches story.
A real coming of age tale, am I right?
Age tale. They make movies about it. I'm really excited to see where it goes. I don't like that. I mean, it seems like they're gonna definitely start calling him Happy Corbin, which, you know, I'm not a fan of that. But
they could have had a better title than Happy Corbin.
I mean, I was fine with Baron Corbin, honestly.
You know, his name that they gave him at the beginning is weird. They usually drop names. Now they're like, let's add stupid shit to the beginning of your name.
Yeah, right. But aside from that, I like where they're going with it. Can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm on the Baron Corbin bandwagon, bro.
For
I know
sure.
you are, Cass, but you're itching to get into Rampage, not Dynamite.
Yeah, that's
Rampage.
what people care. That's what people care about is Rampage. Did I plug it wrong? I've been plugging this fucking show wrong. I'm not used to it yet. People are people are doing a good job of catching my
Hold on.
But
Before you
fuck it
curse
up?
anymore, no. But before you curse anymore, I want to draw attention to what I'm wearing right now, the John Cena Summer of Cena shirt.
Oh, did you
Pretty
get
much.
it?
Well, it's pretty much 20% of all WWE audiences are wearing it, if you can tell, whenever they do a live view. And I decided not to just get one for myself, but to
Give
get
me
one
one.
for no, not you, as in Cass, but you, the fans, the viewers, the loyal listeners. We are going to reward you with your
shit.
own Summer of Cena T-shirt and
Contest free shit alert, bro.
And a special runner-up is, we're going to call him the runner-up schmuck, gets a special Lonnie Poffo Pro Wrestling Tees Pelham. So, here's how you win.
Both are rewarding.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You can hold on to yours. I'm going to give mine to a loyal listener, and another loyal listener is going to get a Summer of Cena t-shirt. Hello. Here's what you got to do. Go to bodyslam_pod on Twitter. Follow us. And then once you follow us, take a screenshot of you subscribing to us on YouTube at Body Slam Net Pro Wrestling. Take a picture of that and comment on that tweet once I put it up at the end of this show. And I will pick a winner out of there for this. And I'll pick another winner out of there for this. So that's how we're going to do. I've been teasing the fact that I'm going to do this for a while. I'm finally going to put my money where my mouth is.
That's the news tonight.
That's not the breaking news.
What about people that are already subscribed to Body Slam?
They just show us, bro.
Yeah, you don't have to.
We're not discriminating. We're not like those AT&T commercials. We're not discriminating against existing customers
or any cable company that only rewards people that first sign up.
Or cell phones. Fucking Verizon, dude, is the same, dude. I'm like, dude, what's up with this? I've been a customer of yours since 2001, and I don't have anything new to show for it. Come on, guys.
So anyway, go to Twitter, subscribe to bodyslam_pod or follow bodyslam_pod. Follow us on YouTube. The link is in the Body Slam
subscribe
Twitter.
To YouTube. Follow on the Twitter. You had it almost right.
Yeah. I'm in my 30s now. I can officially be an old man with all this stuff. Anyway,
that's fine.
We are finally at 8 minutes in getting into Rampage. Let's get it. Let's get it, Cass. I know you're itching to do it. Rampage and what's on the horizon.
Let's do that. Let's do the elephant. Let's get the elephant out of the room, brother. Let's just get the elephant out of the room.
All right, man. You broke some news tonight. It's huge news. You got a lot of buzz for it. What's going on? Wait.
Did you not read it? Let's just let you read it, and you can just tell.
What's going on?
Well,
what's going on?
I sat on this for like 2 weeks.
I know you have.
It's been killing me. I've been like, dude. And today I started really sweating it because I started seeing everybody start to take guesses that seemed very good, and I was like, "This is it. I gotta just go with it today." I was gonna wait till Sunday.
I hope you don't piss anybody off.
I don't care. Dude, I'm doing my job, bro. They're not, but I'm not on their payroll like everybody accuses me of. If I was on their payroll, it'd been different. I'd have a reason not to report it, but I'm a reporter. This is my job, right? Reporting news, so I'm going to report it. It was going to get out. I saw too many people that have my peers and colleagues that were also in the know, and they were just sitting on it because they were. I don't know why. I sat on for 2 weeks too, but I knew it was happening. I had numerous people talk to me about it in the last like 24 hours. So I was like, well, here we go. Too many people are going to know about it. I got to get it out there this weekend. But yeah, so Daniel Bryan will be debuting for the first time at All Out, and there was reasons for the move up, of course, which I talked about in the article. And it's the same thing I talked about a month ago. They were concerned about COVID and the fact that that show's still a month away. They don't want to have big debuts like that this year, like they had to do last year, because of restrictions on the size of the crowd. People not being able to be there because they don't have vaccine cards, like what happened that's what they announced at Arthur Ashe today. Alone, that if you're going to be at the U.S. Open at Arthur Ashe at that same building, you have to have your card showing that you're fully vaccinated or vaccinated, if you will. Yeah, so Yeah, so it was one of those where it's like that's why they were worried about it. So they were like, we need to capitalize. And I said that before, they were trying to capitalize on what's the best for this. I said that when I initially said the plan was for Arthur Ashe, which that was going to be the plan. But now I guarantee you, well, not guarantee you, but I think it makes pretty much common sense to think that since if he debuts this early now, that he'll probably be wrestling at that show instead of just walking out and doing a short little shtick for TV. That would might probably get him to wrestle on that card in front of that many people at that big of a fucking event instead of just having him, pop the crowd short and cheap. So
Yeah.
it makes more sense booking wise if you ask me anyway. But and now, I mean, I think you think they'll sell some pay-per-view buys?
Well, and here's the thing, man. You've gotten a lot of flack for breaking this scoop, which I don't get. I think people are just going to hate one way or the other. But
They're gonna hate one way or the other, man. Yeah.
especially now that it's already out, thanks to you jerk. It's not like it ruins anything for me when I know when he's going to show up. If anything, it makes me more excited for a pay-per-view that I already am planning on seeing. Anyway, I was already going to get it, and everybody, knows that. But
and now I love no, it's just too much. I think this is a total waste. This is just too much. Why would they do
it's
that?
going to be a huge night in history, like 10 years from now. But Mike, what do you think?
I'm right there with you. I was already excited to get All Out, and then hearing this, like, it didn't damper my mood or anything. Like, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what he does. I'm excited what that means for the Arthur Ashe show. Like, how do the plans change for that show now? I'm just a big ball of excitement over here.
Yeah, when they first did All In, the very first pay-per-view before AEW was really even a tangible thing, there was such there was such a general excitement that felt different. And even though so much of AEW has been so exciting and you can sink your teeth into it and it's all been different from WWE, this really feels like a show that has that same type of special, unique buzz to it. And part of that is because you know what to expect, in that you're going to see CM Punk wrestle a match for the first time in 7 years. You're going to see Bryan Danielson show up and speak on a mic as Bryan Danielson. And in addition to everything else that's on that card that's going to blow everything out of the water, it's going to be sweet,
Yeah, I agree. I don't see the fake outrage. It's just that's all this has been for a week over spoilers, and it's all the same shit. Like, everybody was bitching about the NXT spoilers. Their ratings went up.
Oh, speaking of which, we have we picked a hater out of the bunch, and we singled him out, and we're going head to head.
He was one of the few people that I even chose to respond to in the whole scenario. I responded to like 2 or 3 people specifically, and he was one of the ones. And he and I had a back and forth for a hot minute, so I have no hard feelings. I told you that when we talked about it. I had no hard feelings at the time. The only reason I blocked him is because he blocked me. I'm more than happy to have this guy on, talk about it.
Hey,
and understand why he's mad at me, and be like, dude, do you understand let me explain to you where I'm coming from. So, good. I'm all about it, man. I do not, we push people here. We don't hold them down. You're allowed to have a different opinion as me. I'm fine with that.
That's what I like about
mine, it. So you understand it instead of getting mad at me about it. At least I want you to understand the other side of it so that you can get where it's coming from. And I try to tell people, hey, man, avoid this if you don't want to see it. That's all you have to do. It's going to get out there by anybody else. So just if you don't want to see it, just don't look at it.
One way or another, we're going live on September 13th, Monday, September 13th. I believe it's 7 p.m. unless that changes due to conflicting schedules. We're pushing it back a little bit, but the showdown that started on Twitter is gonna finalize live on The Push with Brother 9, 73, I believe. I don't know. Go find us on Twitter and check it out. I hyped it up earlier. He has his own Spanish-speaking podcast that talks about wrestling. So, se habla español, solamente un poco, pero... So, go follow him, because what started as an actual Twitter beef is blossomed into a friendship, as these things often do, like Dwight Schrute would say. But yeah, so he's going to be on, and we're going to be discussing that. But Cass, you're looking a little bored over there, or are you breaking more news?
Well, it's not my news. Well, sometimes we do favors from colleagues in this business, and another website that I'm friends with was asking me earlier to source something that they had heard. If I could find anything through my people, got a lot of stuff back on it for them, kicking back to them what I know so that they can do their thing and how they want to handle my involvement. It's up to them. I don't care if they say that I ran some stuff by them or not. It's whatever. I help them out. They help me out sometimes. That's what we do in this business. I love all my colleagues that do this sport. Unless you have a problem with me personally, which you should talk to me about it instead of being weird, blocking me and being a dick, which is with a couple of these some other website people have done in the past and probably still have me blocked. Then that's fine. But you could easily just talk to me about it, like the thing with Brother Love or Brother Nine, whatever his name is. Just talk to me about it. We'll work it out, bro. It's fine. But no, I'm just shooting something. You guys talk for a second. I'm with you. We're good. I'm not going anywhere.
I'll throw it back to myself for a second, even though Mikey's probably chomping at the bit to talk. I feel like we've been keeping him silent. But I'm gonna dish on myself because my schmuck ass was still getting used to StreamYard. I was sitting in the private chat, just sitting there like sad, like, oh man, nobody's commenting. And then I realized, oh crap, I'm on the wrong thread. So I'm just now seeing all of the comments. So hello to everybody, Oscar, JJ, Wrestling News Mafia, everybody for showing up and saying hi.
I got something on one of these comments too. Sorry, I see something before, but when you get to the JJ's about Long Island, kick it back to me. I got something for you guys on that, kind of an update to go along with Zarian. So I'll break some news on that if you want. It ties into that. So just circle back to that in a second.
I mean, that's fine. I was just gonna say to Snow Jordan, I see you said giveaway tweet sent. Maybe I wasn't clear. Sorry about that. At the end of this broadcast, I'm going to post a specific tweet that I will pin to the top of the Body Slam Pod Twitter account, and everybody just like it, or I'm sorry, follow Body Slam Pod, and then just take a picture of your screenshot of your subscription and comment on there, and I will pick the winner from there. But either way, I'll make a note that Snow Jordan is in the raffle. But now I'll kick it back to you, Cass, because I need a little bit of water.
So Dynamite on 12/8. That's yes, and so let me pull up something just to make sure I don't misrepresent the statement about that, because it actually got sent to me from a source about just excited about Zarian's announcement for the venue, and he had a little something to say with it. If you have legit headliner talent, it equals the confidence to run in larger venues. So there you go. You have these huge names that you're bringing in and spending all this money on. You're going to be able to sell out these bigger buildings and these bigger venues. So the show that he is talking about in Long Island on 12/8, yeah, that's 100% going to happen. And they were commenting about it to me today, my sources. So yes, that show's legit. It's going to happen. And that's my addition to it, that if you have legit headliner talent, it equals a confidence in larger venues. There you go.
Yeah, what's Lanny Paffo's Twitter account? Is it Lanny Paffo 3?
Probably. How many followers he got?
I don't know. I don't feel like looking.
Are you sure it's not at Genius? It could be at Genius.
I'm not gonna tag him. I don't need to tag him.
Talk about other things. I'll look at this real quick. You guys keep doing. I'll get this going. I'll find it for you.
I'm putting the tweet up now on the podcast so that people can jump on it.
I'll find his Twitter gimmick for you. It's at Lanny Paffo. It looks like. It says right here. It has his information. With 19.9, 20,000 followers. Lanny Paffo at Lanny Paffo.
Got him.
Boom. There you go. Just tag him in the giveaway if you want. Anyway.
So, all right. What was your favorite part of Rampage? Yeah, get back to that, man. What was your favorite part of Rampage?
Me personally? Are we talking to me? We're talking about Mike.
Yeah. No, screw you. Let's talk to Mike for a second. Mike's been sitting here silent.
Mike's been sitting here just listening to my bullshit. I mean, he's our guest, and I even brought him on to put some shine and push him.
You had some big news. So. No,
hey man.
I mean, Rampage for me, it was an episode. It obviously didn't live up to the last 2 weeks, I would say, the first 2 episodes, but I enjoyed the main event a lot. I really liked the build that they did with the Punk and Darby Allin stuff. And Miro is just
Yeah.
a treasure. I think Miro was probably my favorite part of the whole night. Just
Thank you.
the turnaround that he's had from being with the WWE and then how he started. I wasn't a big best man guy, so
Okay.
just seeing him really do 360, 180, whatever you want to do on his character in AEW is refreshing to see.
Dude, I couldn't agree more. Honestly, I was saying that, and I have it in my notes too. I really, really love what he's doing right now with, God speaking to him directly to do what he's doing, and that he's doing this for the greater good. Man,
of course he's talking to him. It's God's favorite champion. If
dude,
God's gonna talk to anybody, it's fucking him.
I want to
Dude,
see,
shit.
I have a note that I want to see him take down Omega. I want to see him be a double champ and just be killing it. I don't think it'll happen.
Battle the video game nerds, man. Game over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll happen, but and Cass has been saying that the champ will remain the champ until Full Gear when he goes down to Hangman Page. What do you think, Mikey?
I agree with him 100%. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. They're so good at storytelling that's kind of like a softball, a lob pitch.
Like, and look how much great TV time we have to fill the storyline of how does Hangman get from where he's at right now, bottom. He's out, he's gone, but we all know what he's doing. He's going and celebrating the birth of his beautiful child coming soon. So I mean, like, and he's not getting punished for having a birth, like CM Punk said, having a child and having to take time, not even having to. He probably would have worked through it because it's only a couple days a week. But here, man, take the time off, do what you need to do. We'll not really pause the storyline because we're going to still carry it on with the Dark Order shit while you're gone to make it even more interesting. We're going to carry on their storyline and give them more stuff to do about you while you're gone. And then we're going to, pick it right back up. It's a hiccup in the storyline. It's not an end to it. So it's really just the beginning because now we've got the chase is still going and the money's in the chase. Money is always in the chase because once he's got the title, what do you do then? He's going to have somebody to challenge him now. So it's a reset and now it's another chase. And it's all people chasing to take it back or him technically chasing how long can he hold on to it at this point. So it's still a chase on either side once you do it, but they're building to that. And what better way to do it than give it to him at his own pay-per-view than the one that's named for him that they made jokes about 2 years ago of having a huge like Hangman Chaps thing as the entrance for him when he comes in at the scrum that we did. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be from here what we get after All Out with Hangman and the chase to get to Full Gear in St. Louis, the chance for him to get the belt back at his own show with people holding him up on his shoulders, who your real friends are, all the good storyline arcs that we need to hear the conclusions for. We've got months to have it play out until there was no reason to rush this match now. I honestly don't think anybody that says that they think the plan was this and all this shit that came up, it caused them to hiccup it and to cause them to change the plans to not give us what they were going to do. I think they weren't going to give us this anyway at this pay-per-view. It was always going to be Full Gear in my mind. I don't see why you would do it anyway, any different, especially the way they storytell. So,
well, on that note, I love what JJ Smith just said, and partially because you know me, I love the heel move. Partially because I just love to see you wrong with your predictions. Because
it's a prediction. My predictions are terrible. This one is not information that I know. This is totally me predicting.
JJ Smith goes, Hangman will win in his hometown in Norfolk in a couple of weeks after Full Gear, in my opinion. Have Page win a title contender match at Full Gear, title in his hometown.
And that works too. That's still the money in the chase because then he gets it, and now can he do it in his hometown? Or do you have him have his first defense in his hometown, which is what I think you're going to get instead. You're going to have him win in Full Gear, and then he gets to defend the title for the first time in his hometown as the first time he's ever a champion. And it's going to be huge, and it's going to be a hard match for him, and he's going to Hangman it out and pull it out, and it's going to be awesome moment in his hometown. But he already had that, and that's going to be part of the momentum for Hangman. Let's kick this shit off. Let's get it jump started. Let's have him go. Let's have him run. Let's start it right here at his hometown, in his backyard, with his hometown, love and fans just sending him on the road to run hard with the belt and see what he can do as the money draw.
That definitely seems like the more obvious move. I would just love to see him have that shot at Full Gear, lose it, and then somehow miraculously find his way into one last shot in front of his hometown and win it there.
Yeah,
But look,
like you said,
either
maybe
way
against
would be cool.
he against whoever wins the, like he says, the Casino Battle Royale. But that's the. Are they doing a male one this year? Did they announce that yet? Are we doing a males
I
Casino Battle Royale at all? Is it just the females?
yeah, I thought they were just. I only seen a
I've
female
only
one.
seen the female one started, and I figure it's
Yeah.
kind of a little late if you're not going to do it. So I don't think we're getting that. I think we're just getting the females for that. So
I hope they don't do a male this year.
wait, or did they do one before? Who had the one? Didn't they do one earlier in the year? Or did they do it at
Well, they
Double
also
or Nothing? They did it at Double or Nothing, right?
at Double or Nothing they did the ladder match for the kind of like a briefcase basically, but for like the brass ring, grabbing the brass ring.
But that was their Casino Battle Royale.
Oh yeah,
they
it's
did
the
the tag.
chip.
They did the tag. They did the tag. That's right. They did it for the tag.
Because Leo Rush.
Oh yeah, you're right. Bill's Mafia's killing it.
They did, but they see my brain's all fuzzy, man, because I was there, so I was like, It's harder for me to remember what exactly things happen when I'm there. I was tweeting shit like live, trying to do live tweets and update during the show. So I like sometimes it's like hard for me to retain. I have to go back and watch them a couple of times on TV to soak in stuff from when I'm there because it's a total different. I see stuff on TV. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even see that. Like, where was I during that? I was like, probably heading the damn fucking Twitter machine trying to send y'all a video about something.
McLovin in the comments. McLovin_RCN says, male one is a Double or Nothing, women is All Out. So maybe they're going to run with that. That makes sense.
Yeah. And
but
Jungle
yeah.
Boy won at Double or Nothing. Yeah, and then he hadn't had the title shot yet, did he? Or did he already have it? Yeah, he already had it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's already used his up. So yeah, we won't get that gimmick to be who faces Hangman, but I still think we get Hangman's first defense in Norfolk, and it's close enough to his hometown. Yeah, I mean Charlotte could have been considered hometown turf too because he cut his teeth in the Hendersonville, North Carolina area because he's from a 704 area code, and that's 704 is Charlotte. So that's all the same. So we're all, yeah. But anyway, that's irregardless. Yeah, there's Sopranos one. I'm gonna get you with I'm gonna hit you some Sopranos or something every one. I got you, bro.
I was just thinking I might want to jump back into it from scratch today. It's been a while.
2 days ago, I watched 2 episodes so far. Dude,
wait, really?
We do that. We do that every time, bro. Fuck. We're gonna start menstruating at the same time too. Now we're cycled up.
So, Mike, what's up with you, man? What are you doing over there?
Anyway,
just started rewatching Sons of Anarchy. That's what I did.
Oh, that's solid too.
I never saw the series finale. I have this weird thing with shows sometimes where it's almost like I have a fear of ending it. So I just don't watch I did the same thing with The Last Dance. I watched the first 9 episodes the week it came out, and then I just watched the finale like 2 weeks ago because I didn't want it to end.
So I was thinking about this Hangman thing a little bit more, and this is going to be his whatever they make him do. It's going to be something ridiculous, right? Because I saw Austin 98 pops, and that made me just tell you that this is going to be his or what MJF does is going to be his Jericho moment. Both of them are the same thing. His like I can brag about this forever. Like whatever Hangman does to win the title, it's going to be big. Like I think like whatever he does in the match that gets him into that, it's going to be he's going to have to fight his way, and it's going to be worth our effort. But it reminds me of the Jericho MJF storyline and like Jericho forcing this like retirement match kind of gimmick at All Out. Reminds me MJF's new shit there is like now look him beating Austin and Rock in the same night. He's like, I'm going to beat Jericho 4 times to finally end his career and send him packing. And he will be able to ride that bragging right for 10 years, just like Jericho did. Mm-hmm. And it's going to set him up to just rocket ship him to the fucking moon, MJF at All Out. That's my thoughts there. Is he does beat Jericho somehow to send Jericho
and then rubs it in Jericho's face week after week while Jericho's on commentary. Yeah, it's genius.
Yeah. But he can do this for 10. He can always be like, I'm the guy that beat Chris Jericho 4 times to retire him, and he'll be able to just milk that as his heel or his big claim to fame bragging right that solidified him as a star forever. which is what Jericho did with saying, I beat The Rock and Austin in the same night. I am legitimate forever. I beat Chris Jericho 4 fucking times in a row. Who else has done that? Every time he tried to do one more bullshit thing against me to keep it going, I shut it the fuck down. And it's going to be an awesome, I think, moment. You know what I mean? And it's Jericho doing the business back. You know what I mean? He's putting over a young kid that he obviously sees a lot in as himself, or he wouldn't have worked this long
Right.
program to get us to this moment of him doing what he wants to do and take time off, do music, whatever he's going to do, and just strap a damn fucking rocket to the back of MJF and just let him be the most annoying, hateful heel that we've got. And you're gonna love it or hate it, and it's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hate it, and you're gonna hate him. If you didn't hate him yet, you're gonna hate him.
What's Jericho's contract status, Cass? People are asking in the comments. I know you posted something either earlier today or yesterday on that regard.
Whatever I'd heard, whatever everybody else, whatever the thing was that it's up. There was an option at the end of it that he did like 3 years. So I guess whenever it's up, it was up with an option. So I mean, I don't know what he's going to do when it's up, but I don't see them wanting to get rid of him. They're not like they're sending him out the door. They would, if he wants to stay around, I'm sure he'd stay around. I don't see why he wouldn't. You know, I mean, there's no reason not to. Why wouldn't you get to work when you want to work? Really, they're going to use you how they pretty much want to use you. We've done that since, you know. So.
I would think at this point to even say that what's his contract status really just means what's his in the ring wrestling contract status. I can't imagine that he would leave AEW. I mean, damn, like he is AEW at this point. Like I mean, yeah, obviously there were a lot of cooks in that kitchen that got it to where it is, but take yourself back to that press conference.
I agree with what this dude said down here, by the way, about Jericho. I agree with that. That's like, he's going to get that eventually. He's owed it, you know what I mean? But they're so mad, bro. You know what I mean? He's going to have to like leave for a while, but I think, you know, he's going to at least work out the rest. Like you said, the option. I don't see why he's going to not take the option and at least, you know, help progress storylines for a while longer and help everybody while he can. You know what I mean?
Justin Lee on Facebook says Jericho will take the option, but will retire in WWE to get his Hall of Fame status.
That was what I was talking about, yeah.
That's what Cass is saying, and I agree. I mean, he deserves it. But you know what? More and more, and you see it with WWE too. Obviously, other companies are going to be more open to blending, moving in and out, being more fluid with each other. WWE has shown that
that's not them.
Maybe not right now, but I can see them extending a Hall of Fame to somebody who's under contract by AEW years from now. I can say it. You know, everybody hates on WWE and thinks that they would never do this, never do that.
Dude,
like,
never gonna happen.
I can't.
You are fucking sucking a wishful dick there, my friend. It's not gonna happen.
Nah,
they're not gonna treat you like the girlfriend you want them to, brother. I hate it for you. They're not gonna give you what you want. It's a bottom line for them. Everything is a bottom line, and it does them no good doing anything cross promotional with any other wrestling because they don't see them on their level. So by doing anything with them elevates them to their level, which they're never gonna do with anybody, ever.
All right, so I got 2 comments here. Justin Lee says Thunder Liger never worked in WWE, but he got Hall of Fame, which technically isn't true because Thunder Liger did have a few matches.
That one match. It was one match in WWE on NXT against Tyler Breeze. That was the only WWE match.
But he had it. So it's there. But
did they say here's New Japan superstar Jushin Thunder Liger? They're like, here's WWE Hall of Famer Jushin Thunder Liger.
Well,
it's not like they were bringing him in, putting over his New Japan stuff because he was still wrestling and current there. I mean, they did it a little bit, but it's not like, I mean, it's different. That's different. They're not worried about New Japan. They're not. That's not. But AEW is that's a different fucking element, man. They're not gonna. That's not gonna happen.
Also, JJ Smith says, not while Vince is alive.
Yeah, and even then, I don't.
You know what I mean?
Then, I don't know. Even then, I don't see that being a thing, man.
Okay, yeah. Look, fair enough. Mikey, you want to jump on the bandwagon and call me crazy?
I mean, I'm not gonna call you crazy, but I mean, it depends what that company looks like after Vince is gone. First off, who's gonna be making those decisions? Even if Triple H were somehow came to be in that spot, I don't think he would do that. Another thing is, with Jericho, he shouldn't have to leave AEW to retire in WWE just to make the Hall of Fame. Like, if he
That's what I'm saying.
But
if
they're
he
not going to do that
all it
while he's
quit,
active. While he's active.
you know, like, then he should be in it if he retired completely. I mean, he's obviously not going to get in there if he is still active with AEW or wherever he's going, but he shouldn't have to go back to WWE or retire in WWE just to get into the Hall of Fame. I mean, and that Hall of Fame is also, in a lot of people's eyes, questionable already. So, you know, it's suspect, as they say these days.
But even still, like, and that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, there you go. Billy Gunn got in the Hall of Fame while he was signed as a trainer to AEW. So, like, come on.
They made the announcement. They made the announcement before he had announced that he had signed, right?
All right, but they didn't like remove him. They still let him do it. And yeah, I get that that's different, but
did they say here's Hall of Famer? Did they put Bill? They didn't say we're putting Billy Gunn in the Hall of Fame. They put DX in or whatever it was. So they were putting in their. You know what I mean? It's not like they were. I mean,
tomatoes.
Was Billy Gunn's name
tomatoes.
Bright Lights anywhere? Was his name Bright Light? Like, we're putting Billy Gunn in the Hall of Fame. No, we're putting DX or whatever it was in the Hall of Fame or New Age out, whatever it was. You know what I mean? It wasn't the same.
So if it happened,
did they even do anything for him? Did they even do anything on the show for him, or did they just kind of say like?
All right, fine. So Jericho's never going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Congratulations, guys. You get your wish.
I don't approve of it. I don't approve of it.
I mean,
I think he's
I hope you're all happy.
First ballot Hall of Famer, but that's not how it's a business to them. Bottom line, everything they do is business oriented. It doesn't matter if we think it or they feel that it should be justified. At the bottom line, it's a business, and they're not going to do anything that's going to put money in their competitor's pocket, technically, in some way, shape, or form. They'll be able to tout that. Look, why they'd be able to tout that we got a WWE Hall of Fame inducted, or one of our talents get inducted by WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
and they're not going to allow them to go and be able to brag and boast that, hey, watch one of our guys get inducted on the Hall of Fame this weekend. They're not going to give him that. They're not going to give him that opportunity. He got his ring, Billy Gunn got his ring and everything, but they didn't shine him up real pretty on TV and do all that on the pay-per-view like they did for everybody else. I don't think, if I remember correctly, or if they did, it was very half-assed, I'm sure.
Well, Matt Black on YouTube says Jericho said countless times he doesn't care about going into the WWE Hall of Fame, which makes sense.
What matters. That's up to him. Yeah, it's up to him.
At this point, the only Hall of Fame he probably even cares about is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Anything else is probably whatever.
He knows what I'm saying, that it's a business. It's not really like an actual Hall of Fame. There's no actual physical building. It's not like going to Canton or going to Cooperstown and seeing the real shit. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a virtual place that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? And what's the honor really in it when they put anybody in that they can sometimes just to fill slots, but they're not going to put in the people that deserve to be there. So I'm sure he doesn't give a shit about it anymore. That's why he's not there right now waiting for it to happen.
All right. Well, what else can we talk about?
Rampage.
All right. Well, so the bunny went over our girl Ty Conti. I only say our girl.
Bunny. I like the bunny. I'm a big bunny fan, bro, myself. She's fun. The character. She's got a character. She's somebody in that division that's not just a cookie cutter wrestling. We're just out there wrestling with like gear.
Right.
She's a character. She has a persona. There's more. There's to it. There's different versions of her too. I don't know right now. We got the bunny, but we've seen Allie. That's different than what we get right now.
She's like an onion. There's layers.
There's layers to it, mate.
I don't know. That was supposed to be Shrek, but it just came out as like
Australian.
Yeah. I don't know.
You went Australian, so that's why I jumped right in. I thought we were doing a Shazza impression. Honestly, is what I thought we were doing. Which was weird, but whatever.
God bless Shaz. I hope she's doing well over there.
We talked last night. I told you about my beautiful Ashton.
All right, cool. You late night chat with Shazza. You're the man.
Who else? What else am I got to do? I don't sleep. And I know she's up locked down. Our homies in lockdown.
Stay up during lockdown. That's gonna be my new single.
I invited her on, of course, because this is a big weekend for women's wrestling. I was trying to get her on to talk women's wrestling.
Yeah, everybody who's a fan who's watching, head over to Shaza McKenzie's Twitter. Check out the awesome teaser that she put out that she's got on her Twitter account, and retweet it with the hashtag #BookShaza and tag all the bookers
Or
that you
sign
know.
Shaza was the hashtag we did actually, but whatever.
Oh, it was sign Shaza? I thought. All right, well, whatever. I mean, whatever it is, when you go to her Twitter account at Shaza McKenzie, and tweet that out, because she's far too talented to be stuck on lockdown. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know how Australian lockdowns go, but I believe if you can get a work visa from a company that'll go to bat for you, then you can get out of that shit. I don't know.
But you have to. She's going to be over here for a long time. It's not just like a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I get
she's
it, but whatever. I think she wants to work. I think she's trying to
that's
get
what
out of
she's
there.
saying. She's trying to get out and move over here. She told us. She's literally told us that on the show.
And Snow Jordan asking, is she returning to AEW? She should. They made
should.
music for
I mean,
her. They had a whole.
bro,
If not for COVID, she honestly would have been like
still be there probably. She was here to work
in AEW
stuff.
She's
At some
still-
point, she got brought. She was there before she left. She was coming back in to do dates when she got back. 100% was probably. I mean, it was going to be dark stuff and elevation stuff like she was before. You know, I mean, it wasn't like they brought her in under contract, but I'm sure she would have been working.
That's how Thunder
those
Rosa
events.
started in there.
So yeah, and she was under contract with another company at the time. That was all she could do.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, that's different. But that's how a lot of the other ones started. You know, your Sean Deans and all your Bear Countries and all your guys like that. So I mean,
Red Velvet.
That's an end. Red Velvet. So yeah, you get that. But yeah, I mean, as far as people, if you want to know about Shaz, just watch our shows with her. She talks about everything. She's very candid with everything with us, and she gives you a pretty honest view as to her situation and her thoughts about her good friends that should tease their debut at America soon again. Remember, or their dates. What are they going by now? They're going with the influencers. What is it? Is that what they're going by? Cassie and Jesse, or whatever they're going by now.
Like the influencers with 2 eyes or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah,
And she talks about that on the show, a little bit. You know, she touches on their visa stuff just a little bit with us when she was on the air a couple times. So I mean, she gives good, candid stuff when she comes on. People should follow
Elite
her and watch.
Repeat and Matt Black and JJ Smith. All
Inspiration.
Yes, with 2 eyes. I thought they were going to Impact.
I'm sure they will. They've teased a lot of stuff. I mean, they haven't told anybody what they're doing. I have no idea. But the Impact is going to bring people in. They already said that. I think we get Buddy Matthews as soon as his non-compete's up in Impact. They've already. I mean, Scott D'Amore said that on his wife's thing last week.
I have breaking news. Daniel Bryan has re-signed with WWE.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
You're full of shit.
But the Phillies finally won a game, so that's great.
Yeah. How's your prediction of them coming back to beat my Braves? How's that going? Did you just fucking shit the bed for your Phillies, bro? You come in there and talking shit. You know you can't tease that fake news on our podcast. People will run with that now. As much people watch our shit, dude.
Yeah, just do that one clip,
like that one soundbite, and you're gonna see me like, what the fuck? And then people are just gonna run with that. You're nonsense. I'm bad enough with shit that I say getting twisted into shit that's not there. It happened on their show. So yeah, you gotta watch out, man. Don't be dropping no fake scoops.
Anyway,
pow.
The Phillies, as of this morning, were 5.5 games behind, and then I don't know what the Braves did today, but I guess we're 5 games back now.
So other than Allie and whatever on Rampage, where were we going back? Let's circle back. We don't stay on topic here. I'm gonna try my best to keep a format going with us in the future, a little bit better. But we're gonna.
Dude, I want to go back to W. Good, and look, good. Justin Lee just asked about WWE. Think Bianca leaves after her? No. All right. Bianca,
Bianca's been talent there. She's probably going to be there unless they tell her to go.
He asked if Bianca's leaving after her contract is up. With the exception of the night of SummerSlam, Bianca has been booked like a goddess for the better part of this year. I mean, she should have really no reason to complain. And look, even that SummerSlam loss was to Becky Lynch. She's going to be back in a match against Becky Lynch, and that'll actually be a match that goes. I mean, honestly, I would think of no. It's the same thing with Charlotte. Like, oh, her dad's gone, her boyfriend or her fiance is gone, but she's still being booked to the moon. So why leave? You know, you don't need the title to be booked to the moon anyway. But
I mean, no, I don't see her going anywhere unless she's one of those that, like, I don't, unless they get rid of her. Why go anywhere? I mean, she's, like you said, like they're building the division around her. You're not building it around her, but they're putting her into a place to be part of the foundation of that division. Is what I was trying to say.
JJ and Snow Jordan think Charlotte leaves eventually.
That's a little bit different situation. Even though she's the same person, like she is WWE. That's what I mean. Like her outside that company is hard to think of, but there's a lot of outside factors to play into that. They're different from her situation than other situations.
Yeah, but
and I'm not going to speculate on that because I don't know shit. I don't have any fucking ties to that right now, and I've heard anything.
They're going to make her the winningest human being in WWE history. I mean, I don't know. She's got a title right now. Anyway,
Rampage.
Stop saying Rampage. Let's go back to SmackDown a little bit. I like SmackDown.
No, we're talking Rampage. We're talking Rampage.
What more is there to talk about? We got the tag match.
I don't know. We
can talk about the tag match.
Did you guys actually talk about the tag match that opened? Did you talk about the tag match that closed? Did we talk about? We talked a little bit about Miro. I mean, there's other stuff that happened on the show that
we did talk about Miro, Mr. Sarcasm.
That's why I said we talked about Miro.
Sarcasm, Sandy over here.
Dude, I touched on the fact that we hit a couple points, but there's some stuff to talk about that's better than because we got the Rampage logo in the top corner or whatever of this. We're gonna talk about Rampage. We'll get on SmackDown. We just need to finish one thing before we talked about another company altogether instead of like jumping back and forth from like half match to half match, half match to half match.
Assuming that Adam Cole goes to AEW, which is not a given. But assuming
not a given, but it's a good tease has been happening. I definitely think we're probably getting that.
Assuming it does, I really, really hope that they play into the murdered Adam Cole with Poison Rockstar gimmick. I want to see like half dead, gimmicky, like WWE zombie style Adam Cole come back for like the first week just to mess with them.
I think that we definitely get him being dead is part of the joke with it because I mean we've got Kenny teasing the Ghostbusters thing, like him busting ghosts. We've had the Bucks tease that they're looking up seances.
I want them to get like really campy with it, not just on being the Elite, but like in AEW on Dynamite.
I would love for his debut to have been backstage tonight in a segment that was just a taped one where they're just doing their shit and all of a sudden they just look over and like, I thought you were dead. Like Kenny in South Park where he's just like, all of a sudden Kenny in South Park's back. Like, I thought you were dead. You're dead?
Oh my God. What if they kill Adam every single week on Dynamite?
And they just keep killing him off, like that would
and then he just comes back every week.
He just keeps coming back. They just keep resurrecting him. Like that's the gimmick at first. Like they just keep finding ways to kill him, and then bring him back. That would be great, and I would love that. And they could do like that was an argument I was getting in online earlier about like can they do how could they have his debut not be part of what we already saw during the tape stuff? Like dude, they do stuff in the back all the time that they'll use to bridge. Segue from one match to another, so they could easily have recorded something for the back and just sprinkled it in there that you didn't see on the big screen when you were at the taping. So that could have happened. But now we don't get any tape stuff. Everything's live from here out. So if we're going to get a debut from him, it's going to be live in front of our faces. So, but I would say this. I'm going to tease one thing. I have a feeling if we don't get for a debut at All Out, that people will probably riot if they don't get it. If it doesn't happen in that battle royal, I think that is much. That's a little bit as much of a tease I got there on that one. Get it? You know what I'm saying? Did you get what I'm saying over there?
Ja feel, bro. Ja definitely feel.
I mean, the destination's been unknown, but now I think it's pretty much given. I'm trying to do as many song title there. Does a little bit there from a little rancid quote for you there, I think. So anyway, I think we get that. That's another surprise. I think we get it during the Battle Royale or whatever we got. Or it doesn't have to be during that. I just think it happens between now and then at some point. At least maybe Rampage or I think if anything it'll be Rampage. I don't think it'd happen at Dynamite, but at least Rampage or match.
There you go, Matt Black.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right down there. That's what I think we'll get at least one of those, either Rampage or All Out as well. It's going to be a packed, man. You're going to it's going to be a show where it's like, holy shit, so much fucking happened. It's going to be fun. Anybody that's talking about matches that they wish they didn't have, you're going to be over delivered, I think, with all these other things that you're just like, you forget about the fact that you're like, oh man, I just watched the Paul Wright match and QT Marshall match on pay-per-view for some reason, but it's followed up with all these other cool things either before or after that you're like, okay, well they delivered all around, even if you were worried about the pay-per-view card having some stuff in there that seems oddly booked.
I'm excited for Paul White match.
I am too, but I've just seen a lot of people complain about QT Marshall getting a pay-per-view match, especially at this pay-per-view, and I'm like,
whatever.
Guys, whatever.
He deserves it.
Come on.
He deserves it.
He deserves it. He's doing a lot of stuff. Let him do some TV stuff. Let him tell a storyline. And it's because it's a storyline that carries over to these. It's going to carry over to these other programs. You're gonna have, you got him or Paul doing was it Elevation? He does Elevation, right? So I mean, you got that story. I mean, it's a storyline. It's you want to push storylines that aren't us on Dynamite and Rampage. That's a storyline that's going to be on your YouTube shows that you carried on with him and QT Marshall. So you gotta.
Hold on. Justin Lee, I love you, buddy. You've been rocking with us all night, but you say AEW still has Danielson, perhaps Braun, and more than likely Wyatt. Cole will get lost in that shuffle. Sir, Cole gets lost in no shuffle. You see who's front and center on my wall? Adam Cole.
Can't see that.
Baby. It's Adam Cole. It's Adam Cole, baby. It's Adam Cole.
No,
the whole world revolves around Adam Cole and Mark Henry.
Have they done anything booking wise yet to make you think that they booked WWE style, where it's like, oh man, let's bring somebody up just to pop a cheap pop for one night and then have nothing to do with them? They don't do that,
right?
Yeah, I don't even think.
I mean, look, they've got a fucking storyline for QT Marshall and Paul White on the pay-per-view, and you're worried about him not having anything to do with for fucking Adam Cole when he comes up, dude.
Not to mention before Adam Cole. Not to mention, before Adam Cole was a multi-time champion WWE, he's the only 3-time Ring of Honor champ. I mean, dude's got plenty to do when he gets there, if he gets there.
Yeah, dude, they have stuff for everybody to do, which is what I was saying. It's an example of the fact we got a Paul White match on pay-per-view, which is awesome, dude. People are going to complain about that. It's like we get a Big Show match.
Well,
People were wanting a Big Show match or a Paul White match.
This is no hate on Justin. We love you, Justin. Thank you so much.
We love you, Justin, so much. No, I'm just, it's not just you. It's other things I've heard too from other people on Twitter and on all the social medias. Is people are complaining about, well, we good at this on pay-per-view. That just seems like we should have better matches. Dude, you guys were begging to see a Paul White match. Why does it matter if it's this pay-per-view? Like, I don't understand the people sometimes, but whatever, man. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
JJ Smith is saying that I think QT is going to bring in Shaq for the backup next week. I would love that.
I would love it, but I don't see that.
I do see Shaq coming back to AEW at some point between now and the end of September to hype up the start of the NBA season. And you know, he always pops in, and it's probably easy to because there's, you know, so much stuff they do in studio. I would imagine they could probably do. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know where he's located at, but anyway, I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen, and that would be a perfect time to make that happen. Is because
it's more storytelling because they set up stuff with him months ago, and they, you know, even little
Shaq and Big Show things. Shaq and Big Show set up stuff years ago. They were supposed to have a match at WrestleMania back at this one. In 2016 in Dallas.
So they're doing. I mean, they are the epitome of long-term storytelling. They're going to retell. They're going to long-tell storytell some shit that's not even theirs if you give them a chance to. Probably. I mean, that's so. Don't worry about Adam Cole. I mean, look at what they're doing with everybody else. So don't worry. I mean, even if I don't know anything about Cole, I'm just saying like that's just the least. That should be the least of anybody's worries about what are they going to do with somebody when they bring him in. Are they going to have anything for him? They'll have plenty of stuff for. There'll be plenty of stuff for
WWE.
I think we
you should be more worried about that where he's at if he stays or if he resigns to have some. What are they going to do for him? Because he'll be lost in the shuffle there because they brought back, especially if you can't main roster him now.
I think we owe it
then he would be lost in the shuffle if he stayed there. Sorry.
No, that's fine. But I think we owe it to Mike, who is the co-host of the Jabronis, the brother show to the Push over at bodyslam.net. I think we owe it to him to get a little bit of uninterrupted, unfiltered solo dolo time on the mic because we've been chewing up all this time. He's been a guest on the show, and he has had barely any time to be able to talk over us who basically just talk over ourselves. So I'm going to put 20 seconds on the clock, and this is a Fast 20 with Mikey Butler.
What the hell is a Fast 20? Oh, my God. Am I supposed to do something?
It's like a New Japan count out.
Ah, you ruined it.
Oh,
Can't talk. Cash, you can't talk. We're starting from scratch. You get 20 seconds. It's all you. 20 seconds on the clock. Fast 20 with
all
Mikey
right.
Butler.
All right. So, first off, thank you for plugging the jabronis real quick. But I will say that it was not a good week for me. I know it wasn't a good week for you guys. We have this phony belt collector walking around here claiming he's the real champ because of shenanigans and canceled matches. And, you know, he kind of screwed Kane out of the title. And I'm pretty upset with that. But, you know, I think we're recording tomorrow, and I'm gonna throw down the challenge for All Out next week, and I'm pretty excited about that. But aside from that,
Stop! That was
Don't you cut him off.
That I wanted to do it just
Floor
to
is
mess with
yours.
it. That was a
Floor is yours.
back-to-back, a Fast 40 with Mikey Butler. All right. I just stopped it. Keep going.
oh no, that's pretty much what I had to say. I mean, aside from that, it was a pretty fair night for wrestling.
It's a travesty. The highest altitude would happen to you in your belt, sir.
It really is. I was not happy about it with the Sasha Banks and Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. That really kind of decided the whole thing, and now that it was a wash, it kind of ruined my my week. So, and there's a lot of pent up frustration. I can't wait to let it out tomorrow. So.
I know what you mean, buddy. And when Cass and I were in season 1 of this, we had a whole like hierarchy of wins that you had to go through. It was almost like Mortal Kombat. Like you had to go through levels before you fought the boss just to be able to get the title to come home with you. And stupidly, I just let that schmuck on wheels, Topher McCann, just come on in, welcomed them into the house, welcomed them into the prediction show, and just like that, all gone on one night. So
you know why?
Right? See the bullshit he was trying to pull today on Twitter, though? Trying to steal my title of best hair in wrestling media? You can't fucking do that. You can't be coming and doing that for me, man. I got fairer hair, brother. When it's out, it's fucking feathered and beautiful looking.
Show it off.
Yeah, I look like.
Show it off. No, show it off.
Not today. I didn't. It's not looking good.
No. See, that's the thing. Look, I'm actually going to side with Toph on this because
I figured you would. You're the type of person that would. That's fine.
Hey, I'll give you your due. I'll give you your due when you deserve it. But look, head over to the Jabronis and see for yourself, and you can let Cass know over at Cass Hole with 3 O's what you think who deserves the better hair title. But regardless of that, I still want to combat you in a hair versus hair match. And I'd like to think, all right, oh my God.
There it is.
You know what? You're right. It's not fair. You have more to lose in that hair versus hair match. But I'll tell you what if I shave? Now remember, I'm graduating.
It's not balanced. It's not going to be pending on my fucking predictions for anything. I don't give
No. Hold on. I'm graduating.
Shit.
I'm graduating in December. I'm going to have to go in the court, go in the offices. I'm willing to put all of this on the line. I will shave my head, my beard, and my eyebrows if you put your hair on the line. Not all in or not all out. Definitely not Survivor Series. That's too late. What's the one in between?
It's not gonna be Full Gear either.
Extreme Rules.
It's not gonna be Full Gear.
It's got to be Extreme Rules.
You're not getting me to fucking gamble on something that I am notoriously the fucking worst at doing. Like, I'm sorry. That's like being like, hey, man, you want to have a foot race? Like, dude, I'm fat. Like, why would I want to fucking race you with my fucking feet? Like, you're just asking me to lose at something. Like, I don't want to. I mean, I have no confidence in my predictions. I've never fucking had them. So why am I going to, like, hair is something like, I'm confident in my fact that I'm not going to lose this. I bet my hair. Dude, I fucking am the worst predictor.
Mikey, don't you want to see this?
I'd love to see it too. It's good TV, but I am not. I am not a good pay-per-view predictor, so it's not going to be. That's the bet is not going to be hinged upon that. If it was like part of a 2 out of 3 like stakes thing, that's like, all right, fall number 1 or 2 is that, and hopefully I have a chance to make up for it later some way, because like, dude, that's not my wheelhouse, bro. It is not my wheelhouse predicting fucking shit, because no matter how much I want to go with my brain, my wrestling knowledge and fucking booking brain of how things should work, you see what happens where I'm like, you know what? I drank a beer with that guy one time. Let's fucking go. And then it's bad. It's bad. That's just how it ends up being. And you're not going to bait me into it. You're not going to bait me into it. You're not going to bait me into a fucking game that I'm more than likely 80% guaranteed to lose.
All right. Well,
I have no confidence in my picks. I'm sorry.
How about this?
You guys all beat me, especially Butler. He's so much better at this shit. Last time I did one with you guys, like, you guys all killed me. I'm sure at this. Anybody can beat me at this, bro.
All
The
right, fair
burst.
enough. The burst? All right.
The burst.
What about Kota Ibushi? McLovin wants to know. I want to know. You hear any updates about Kota Ibushi? What's going on with him?
Is he one of the ones that got COVID? I know people got COVID, and that's why a lot of people are off the tour.
No. Just contract status. He could be AEW headed.
I haven't heard. I know a lot of their contracts are up. They do contracts and they run out at the end of Wrestle Kingdom and afterwards.
Right.
So a lot of their stuff runs out at the end of January. So I don't know when he re-signed and how many years it was, but if it's up, it's usually all their stuff's usually up at that time.
Okay.
So if you start wondering about contracts with New Japan, just assume that most likely the beginning and the end of beginning happens either right before or right after Wrestle Kingdom Dash, and that kind of stuff. So that's most of the stuff. That's when that happens. But I don't know anything specific on him, no, other than that's usually when people re-sign. It's right around that time, because I know people personally there, and that's when their contracts are up and done. So it's all about that usually.
Okay. So anything else you want to talk about?
I haven't heard. I didn't hear that, honestly. He said he was working a paper appearance still. I haven't even heard that. I'll ask. I'll tell you what. I'll look into it as best I can, but I don't know what I'll get. Some of that stuff's kind of hit and miss as far as what I can dig up in New Japan, but I'll look into that for sure.
All right. Well, look, guys. Remember, there are surprises and prizes on the line. Well, what else you want to talk about, man? We've been talking.
I'll be gone next week. We're gonna have to do some stuff on the road because I'm traveling next week. Remember to do Dynamite, Rampage, and I'll be it all out. So I'll be in Chicago with a bunch of stuff all next week. I'll be doing all the fucking all the independent shows. I'm gonna try to cover the Top Guys weekend for Conrad's ad-free shows stuff. All for their VIPs and everything. They're having a live gimmicked weekend up there where there'll be a lot of events going on, probably live podcasts and panels and stuff. I'll try to be there doing that. I think they're doing a karaoke with Rebel one night. There's a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to try to do a bunch of that stuff and get some stuff for us. Some just talk about what happens, what I saw, what was up there. I'll try to cover as much of the stuff. So we'll probably be trying to do a lot of podcasts next week. I'm trying to say, Dom, is I'm trying to force this on you on the air because I'll be there. So like when I get done at night and when I get around, we're gonna have to do a bunch.
Dude, we got a whole squad right now. We got a whole Body Slam coalition. We had Toph on a few days ago. We got Mikey on now. We got Fazit coming in a few weeks. Look, we got a whole. We're like Barstool for wrestling now, man.
But you and I have had issues before. I'm like, can we really do it under the push umbrella without you on it? And you were like, no. So that's why I'm saying.
When did I say that?
No. That's
when
did
I say that?
No.
I could hear myself saying that, but I can't imagine that was serious though.
Yeah, because like it was before we got back into the swing of it again, where I was like, bro, we haven't podcasted in 6 months, so am I going to start without you? And you were like, no, you can, fine. We'll just do a new show. Jesus. Whoa, holy shit! Somebody's getting fucking blocked.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys, in the comments.
He seems like the person that would, and that's why we don't treat you around like that around here. And you
anyway,
fuck off and kick bricks with that shit, pal.
So you're going to be out in Chicago. You're going to have a whole lot of people out there, a whole lot of wrestling journalist friends that you're probably going to be linking up with. Look, you can have me on.
Ball out basketball tournament.
I'm here.
I'm gonna be balling, bro.
I'm here whenever you want me on the show. If you jump on anybody else's show, you do a whole lot of, you put your hands in a lot of different cookie jars. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, there'll be a lot of stuff next week. So make sure you follow. This is what I was getting at before we start wrapping it up. Like I want to put that out there for people before they start tuning out. That there'll be a lot of stuff I'll be hoping to do next week, coverage wise. So like, I'm gonna be doing stuff like all week long, like I said. So we'll probably be doing a show every couple of days if we can, because I have a lot of shit to do and cover. So, and it's hard to try to remember everything. Like as hard as OCD as we are, as much as we bounce around and as we talk over each other, we'll never get it done if I don't try to do it like as I'm doing it. So.
before we sign off, remember, guys, I posted the tweet over at Twitter at bodyslam_pod. The way to win, you got the Lonnie Poffo poem, and you got the John Cena Summer of Cena t-shirt prize from your boys at bodyslam.net. All you got to do to win, subscribe to the Body Slam Pro Wrestling YouTube. Take a screenshot that shows that you're subscribing and go over, comment on the Body Slam _pod tweet that's pinned to the top of the Twitter account.
You have to be following the Twitter account too. Show us that.
Yeah, but that's easy to see. But yeah, make sure
they need to be doing that anyway. I mean,
make sure you're following.
You'd be surprised, brother. Trust me, you'd be surprised.
Fair enough. Well, if you want to win, subscribe, follow, take a screenshot, put it in the comment, and I'll make sure that I pick 2 winners. Well, depending on how you look at this Lottie Poffo poem, I'll pick at least 1 winner. And maybe by this time next week, I'll leave it open for 1 week. So also head over to the Jabronis podcast. Also brought to you by bodyslam.net. We also have Tea and Tights, who do their British UK roundup of all things British and UK style wrestling.
I got some other stuff in the works too for shows. Remember, but we talked about we've got a new one, and you want to do that one this weekend?
I would love to.
I got a guest. Let's invite Butler if we got time. We're starting a new little. It's not going to be a push podcast. It's going to be a new show, a new segment. It's going to be called Wrestling with Eddie. And we're going to do watch-alongs, and it's going to be a random watch-along with each episode. We'll pick something, and you guys can just hang out with us. We'll tell you how to queue it up, and then we'll have random people on hanging out with us just like this, watching a random show from wherever we decide to pull it. But we'll make sure everybody can hopefully pull it too and watch it somehow. And if not, you can just watch us talk about it and hopefully entertain you. But yeah, we'll hopefully do that one either tomorrow night, evening maybe, and Sunday, whatever day we're going to talk about it. So my buddy from 93.3 in Greenville, South Carolina wants to jump on. He's on the morning show. They do a very syndicated show that gets a lot of listeners in the South East in here in our area where their broadcast listening range is. So he's fun. He's good fun. We always go to PWX in Charlotte. So he's going to jump on with us. And that'll be our first episode, Wrestling with Eddie. And you guys can maybe you'll meet Eddie. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. We'll see. But we'll get you on that. But there's another one. We got something else. Working on another podcast with some guys. Hopefully we'll have a new show to debut that won't have anything to do with us, kind of like Tea and Tights and the Jabronis. So I'm trying to add some more content for the
you're really becoming a podcast hub over at bodyslam.net.
Trying to build up our gathering over there and really get some more content going up every day for people as often as we can, hopefully. And we're getting some new followers, man. Or new subscribers. So I'm just trying to get you guys some stuff to watch and hopefully entertain you with our wrestling bullshit along the way. So, but Mike, buddy, you got your big show tomorrow that I'm hoping everybody that we've brought in tonight. New listeners and new eyes on you guys. Hopefully they'll tune in tomorrow. Check out and make sure you're live. But tell us, what are you guys gonna be doing tomorrow? Are you just gonna be hanging out and talking, or what are you covering? Do you know?
It's the fallout from SummerSlam. We're gonna talk about SummerSlam. We're gonna talk about the shenanigans that I had
that you touched on,
mentioned earlier. Yeah, we're gonna cover Raw. We're gonna cover Dynamite. Gonna cover Rampage. If I remember correctly, this is the first show that wasn't a prediction show since the CM Punk debut. So I'm sure we didn't get a chance to talk about that at all. So I'm sure we'll talk about that, and that's pretty much our roundup.
Awesome.
And we, of course, have a new Jabronis of the Week, or at least I do. I don't know what he's doing.
Nice. Well, that's cool, man. Then we'll get you on. So you'll be on there. You'll be all over. You're all over Body. You're the star of Body Slam YouTube channel this weekend, brother. Think about it. You're gonna be on 3 of our shows in a course like 2 days, my dude.
You're the face.
I'm pushing you to the moon. We're pushing you. We're rocket shipping you putting you on the back, man. Let's send your ass to the fucking moon, brother.
Hey, as long as it's not Toph. That's all I gotta say.
Dude, he's trying to out hair me. You think I'm gonna put him over, bro? I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I'll Cody the shit out of you, bro. I'll put you. You come in.
I'll Cody the shit out of you. I'll get a
I'll
straight
Cody the shit
tattoo.
out of you, bro. I'll send you right back to the tag team division. Watch this.
What's it called? I hope that he's not too hard on you tomorrow morning with the criticism and with the bragging. Make yourself a nice hot coffee. Put a little Bailey's in it, and then just tune him out for the entire time that he's doing that. And then I'll wait a little bit, and then a little later in the day, I will finally put out our interview with WWE Hall of Famer Jeff Jarrett. So once you're nice and toasted, you can let me know. I'll put it out then, and you can warm yourself up to that, buddy. How's that sound?
Yeah, so we got Jeff Jarrett this weekend. I forgot. Look at this, man. It's a big weekend for us all, guys. So,
dude, that awesome. Jeff Jarrett interview, it was only about a half hour. It was a nice short one, but it was good. He's really nice.
Awesome.
He's a really nice guy.
Man, we're going to have to get him back on because there was stuff that we talked about off the air
it's true.
that we should have worked in, and we'll just do it next time. So we've got a lot of stuff we can ask him. I feel like we now know what kind of questions we can ask him and really just get some good stories out of and talk about. So I think the next interview will be even better, honestly, because we got a good rapport with him now too. So I think, I think it was a good first introduction with Jeff Jarrett and the Body Slam crew. So I think that'll be a good one for everybody. So keep your eyes peeled for that too. And if you haven't been following Jabroni Butler on the Twitter gimmick yet, like you guys need to be doing that. You got to follow all of us, guys. Follow us all, but definitely get them to get him. Don't follow the one with the hair right now until he learns his place.
That'll be the next giveaway. We'll do one for the jabronis. We'll have them follow them, but we'll stagger them out because we got a lot of stuff to give away. Windom shit is pretty much everything on the wall. I might be giving away some autographs. I might be giving away some little micro brawlers, maybe even a bobblehead. I might even be giving away one of these little mini titles. You don't know.
Next up for me, when you win, for the one I'm going to give away too, is we're going to do this Edge Funko.
What? Okay, cool.
I'm going to do that.
So
one.
make
this
sure
one's up on ours. So stay with us, guys. We're going to do giveaways, boy.
The only way to win is to subscribe to Body Slam Net Pro Wrestling on YouTube and make sure you follow us at bodyslam_pod.
And
Twitter.
like this video too if you haven't yet. All that helps, guys. But we appreciate you. See you guys soon.
Find the jade egg before the next full moon. No, I don't know. I'm going to watch that Simpsons though. All right. All right, let's get out of here. Peace, love, and everything in between. God bless everybody. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll be back again soon.
Peace.